Yeah, I mean, that's the best kind of anime, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Podcast 95.
95.
Dang, we're going to have to
Wow.
come up with something for podcast 100, Jacob.
Well,
I
I
just
think what we
realized
can
that.
do is we can like cycle. We can pull a Microsoft and we can go like 95, 98, 2000,
X.
X, 7, 8,
360.
1. Yeah.
One,
Mhm.
yeah.
Just go all over the place.
Let's go every which way.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
So there I was, barbecue sauce on my titties. yeah, exactly.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Oh, God,
Looking
yeah.
forward
Just
to Podcast Vista.
Podcast Vista. See, like, I could see that
I
being
forgot
a really
about
good
that
one
one.
where we basically just have the whole thing just quit on you guys like 20 minutes in, you know? And then it randomly starts up like 3 hours later, you know?
Yeah, that'd work. That'd
Yeah.
work.
I mean, we could also have the whole thing just being a slow motion car crash video.
And hey, if you can feel the reverberation from all the construction stuff
Yeah.
going outside, that's just like the sound that your computer would make running Windows 95
Mhm.
because it would be so long ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Davelin, finally caught them live. Glad to have you here. Yes, Windows XP was the best. I loved Windows XP.
Good old Windows XP.
Oh my god.
The games that you could play on those old operating systems,
Uh-huh.
like you remember Pod Racer?
I remember
Pod
Star
Racer
Wars
game?
Pod Racer. That
That
game
game
was
was-
so
oh,
good.
man. I love that game.
Oh my god.
Love that game.
Okay, before we get too far into this podcast, we got to give our VIP shout out
Yes.
to JW. That's
No, it's not me.
JAEW. That's how we
Yes.
know it's not you. Otherwise, it'd be Jack W. Right? Or just,
Sure, yeah.
or just the
Totally have
trickster,
myself
you know?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Mm.
the aficionado of battle lines.
Yeah, and it's funny because like Jacob means trickster, and yet
Right,
I
right.
hate Loki.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny about that though is that like we're about to get a whole lot more of Loki,
Yeah.
just in general. But JW, thank you so much for the support. Means a lot to us.
Yes.
Glad to have you here.
Thank
Hope
you.
to see you on one of the VIP calls, one of the
Mhm.
VIP movie watches.
Yep.
But yeah,
If you're not
You're
on
awesome.
the Discord, get on it.
yeah, get on the Discord if you're on
Yeah.
there. But yeah,
Mhm.
appreciate it.
But
No-
nothing beats the Windows 95 startup sound.
No Dr. Stone in new poll. I mean, it's a little bit new, but the thing is
Yeah.
we can probably only afford to put one really, really new current show.
And like
on that
we'd been
poll.
hearing about Vinland Saga for like a long time before even
Oh yeah,
the anime
a
was
long
announced.
time.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all
What
hear
do-
about the Loki movie? Wait, what?
No, it's actually a movie, a Loki series, and I will actually be talking about that.
Whoa.
This will be one of the weirdest podcasts, but I'm hoping actually this will be a new style of podcast that we can kind of segue into in general. A lot of our podcasts tend to be us talking to you guys
Right.
and less talking to each other.
Exactly.
And we'd like to blend that a little bit more.
Because it's kind of weird when it's like we're talking to you guys and you can talk back to the chat, but like that's the limited, yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're like trying to overtalk Jackhammer right now, but
Exactly, yeah.
that's
The Jackhammer literally started as we went live. It's
literally
kind of
started.
Crazy. Yeah.
But hey, yeah, silly tricks for kids. Exactly. E double shocker. A our resident mod. What is the fuck is?
If there's a jackhammer going on with all that repetitive pounding, then
Oh, shoot.
then maybe that means that I should talk about hentai.
Oh yeah. That's why we can never show our legs because they're constantly dead from all
No,
the
it's just tentacles.
all the game we've
It's all
got.
tentacles down there.
The Witcher trailer. Yes, actually, one of the things that we're going to be talking about this podcast, I really wanted to bring up is basically everything that just went down in San Diego Comic-Con.
Mhm.
Like, we had so much stuff sent to
Yeah.
us, and it's kind of weird because we talk so much anime that you'd think we never like do anything live action or get
Uh-huh.
involved in anything about that. But
But it's
I'm
not
a
true,
huge,
actually.
huge Marvel fan
Mhm.
and a huge fan of everything Star Wars as well. I want to spend like at least like 10 minutes on the podcast talking just nothing but Mandalorian.
Yep.
Like you guys have no idea how excited we are for this series, but like
yeah.
every bit of like
Huh.
details and stuff. This is like the one era where I'm like, just give me all the spoilers.
Just-
I don't care. Just give it to me.
just-
Like, Y'all getting more of that Mandalorian TV show leaks? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Like, just seeing some of the things that you have written down on here, I'm like, wait, what? Like, seriously? That's amazing.
Zenturks and Hades, Hades 210 Harrow. Thank you so much for the follow.
Yes.
Glad to have you here.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Reaction show 69. First hentai reaction? Oh.
So the thing
I don't
is,
think so.
I actually asked Caleb about something along those lines. He's like, Jacob, seriously though, no.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's right.
Vracos.
It was a manga, not an actual anime, but yeah.
Vracos, you watch. It'll actually it'll probably surprise us. If anything, I'm going in with kind of, like kind of regular expectations. Nothing too high, nothing too low.
Yes.
But yeah. It sounds like that Vine where he says his leg went totally numb. Yeah. Project Deadman, thank you so much for the follow as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so hyped for Phase 4. Can we just talk about Marvel real quick? Because that's kind of the big thing, just kind of wrecking my week right now. So, Marvel Phase 4 was announced. Kevin Feige, they all went to Hall H. They stole the show. Freaking, like, so many movies and, like, new franchises were launched.
Yep.
And this is like a big thing for Marvel. There will be no Avengers movie this phase, Jacob. They're not doing any Avengers movie.
None.
Like none.
Wow.
None.
Okay.
Like none. We're getting like tons of new stuff. We're getting a
Because
couple
they're basically
sequels.
starting from scratch in a lot of ways.
They are.
Like they need to reestablish all the characters. So that, like,
yeah.
There's gonna come a point when there's going to be like 50 Marvel movies. And it's just going to be like, hey, you want to go back to, like, Iron Man 1, the one that started it all? It's like, no, that's too crazy. Yeah.
Don't let your kids watch this. Like, going back to the days of Thor 2 and being like, just,
well, but, like, someone was talking to me the other day, and they were like, that they went back and rewatched Iron Man 1 because they're a big Marvel fan. And they were saying that, in hindsight, like, it was so good back then.
Oh, yeah.
But now, even just 10 years later... It's very
good.
cheesy. It's
but
good.
It's very dated.
But it's very dated. Like like having at the end being like the Pepper, push it, you'll die, just push it. Like that's something that would not fly nowadays. Right. But it totally worked back then, and it was really good
for sure. But like let me read to you this list of the movies they've planned out. So Black Widow, we're actually getting a Black Widow movie, a spy legit Marvel movie. Awesome. The Eternals, which, y'all, this is like where Marvel can go like whack space stuff. Like we are going like deep comics lore here. It's gonna be awesome. They revealed the cast and it looks amazing.
Wait, did you say deep comics lore? No,
comics
we don't want that.
Lore.
Oh, okay.
Lore, Jacob.
All right.
Lore.
Gotcha.
You know the stuff that just
my mind's in a particular place right now.
World building. And we also have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is something that I'm completely unfamiliar with.
Marvel?
But that's Marvel, yes.
Okay.
Like, this is how vast the style
seems
of movies
like,
they're going to do.
That seems like a spin-off Dragon Prince series or something.
Right. Then we also have Doctor Strange 2, which is called In the Multiverse of Madness. This is going to be a low-key horror movie, Jacob.
Oh, man.
There's going to be horror elements in this Marvel movie, and Wanda Maximoff's going to be in it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so they're combining characters in a bunch of these as well.
Let's go fight Cthulhu.
Yeah, or something of that nature. Something like
Doctor
cosmic
Stranger,
horror. Yes, yeah. I'm like,
that
I'm
sounds
so hyped for that.
Awesome.
And then they're doing actually something kind of crazy with Thor. They're doing a Thor movie called Love and Thunder, and they are literally passing the hammer. They are passing the hammer to Natalie Portman's character.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Hold on a second. No. Okay.
Yeah. Right? I know. It was just like it's just like wait. Now there is comics. There's comics reasons for this, but the thing is that it's something where like the hammer can be passed on. Thor will still be Thor.
But
like he's not the god of hammers. That's the point.
No, I get that. I love that. But
yes, Jane.
But why would she get the hammer?
So the thing is they're going to explain it. They're going to have reasons for it, but it's their way of basically bringing her back into the story.
But do they need to do that? Because here's the thing.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I don't have a problem. Like, I'm sure that happened in the comics, and I don't have a problem with.
Dude, of course it happened.
No, yeah. But I don't have a problem with Natalie Portman's character Jane. The only Jane in my books is Jane Cobb, but and he would definitely have the hammer. Not worthy. But anyways, but the thing is that her character hasn't been properly developed up to this point.
So if they develop
it.
If they focus a movie specifically on her being a main character,
So what I would hope to happen now this doesn't necessarily have to happen, but what I would hope to happen is that she doesn't get the hammer for a long time in the movie.
Sure.
And then maybe it's at like the end of the second act or something like that. She gets the hammer and then it's awesome and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But like because right now she's not a character. Like
she's not a very much not a character anymore, because apparently there was some kind of behind the scenes stuff where the actress and Marvel had some kind of stuff, something like that.
So like that's why Selvig is more of a character than her right now.
Right, but that's why she didn't show up, and they reused old footage in the Avengers movies, Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
So now we're gonna.
She doesn't like sand.
But apparently, like they're going full on also with the Taika Waititi style within this movie as well. Oh boy! But then there's a couple sequels. There's a couple sequels, of course. They're talking about. We got Black Panther 2. We got Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I am very excited for both of those.
Yes. But this is where things are going to be just crazy though. They're actually making a Blade movie.
I heard of wait.
Yes.
Wait. Okay,
yes.
no. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second.
Yes.
Hold on a second. So I heard about the Blade movie.
Yes.
Blade's Marvel?
Yes. You didn't know that?
I mean, I watched the movie.
You watched the old ones.
I watched the old one, but I guess maybe I forgot that. Really?
Yeah.
Blade is Marvel?
And the thing is that it's totally like a fun style of story to tell where you can have some horror light elements.
No,
and stuff.
I didn't know.
But this is the thing. Marvel doesn't really do, kind of
like vampire.
Well, not hard R. They don't really do that kind of stuff in their style of things here. But with the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, that might not be for your 6 and 7 year old kids.
Well, and
Blade is kind of that step in the new direction where they can have some darker, more like gritty storylines.
And Disney has X-Men now, don't they?
Yeah.
Which means that technically...
Well, they're developing that whole thing right now.
But
and the Fantastic Four thing.
But technically...
With Silver Surfer and all that kind of stuff.
But technically that means they also have... I don't know if they have Deadpool yet. Does Disney have Deadpool? But Deadpool is Marvel. Deadpool is Marvel.
Deadpool is Marvel, but it was Fox Marvel. Yeah.
Right, okay. But if they ended up having Deadpool, then that, I guess, sets a precedent. Mm-hmm. But, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Blade is on the Spider-Man's cartoon. Yeah, exactly. Basically everything is Marvel. Basically as Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, Thor being merged in with Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a thing to think about.
And Fuyahana with the 100 bits. Finally made it to the stream before I go to bed. It's 5 a.m. in Thailand. Whoa, Thailand! Oh my god.
Going to bed at 5 a.m.
Shout out in chat where you are around the world. If you're like in the US, just the US, you don't have to go which state, but I just want to know where are you all at? Because this is something that kind of blows my mind sometimes, is how far away from you guys.
Okay, they did acquire Deadpool. All right.
Okay, gotcha. And Fakolkari, thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you here. Hey, we got Ireland, Scotland, Sweden, Chile, London, Germany,
freedom.
Slovenia, cool. Greece, Russia, London,
Argentina, Sweden,
cool.
India.
3:45 in India. Oh my
I don't know why I'm awake. Yeah, I don't know why you're awake either. Go to sleep.
Your basement. Let me out, please.
No, Vray.
Until
you learn to behave.
No, you need to make your Hunter Nen Battles OC for the faction wars on the Discord. Like, chop.
France. Baguette land.
Once you've done that, you can leave.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. That's probably the other thing that would be kind of fun. I'll jump back onto the Marvel thing really quick, but just finding out what kind of travel stuff makes sense for us, and then figuring out a place that's somewhat central, and then just organizing some kind of meetup for any period of time. If it's another convention or what have you, that would just be so much fun.
Yeah, because we're in Washington, and that's right in the middle of things. So
yeah, totally not.
I remember having trouble with that, where it's like bands would never come up to Washington because it's up in the corner, you know, and it's like, and I will just sort of go around all the other places. It's like, right.
Yeah.
Meet up in Antarctica. Brilliant, Darth Nazgul.
A place further than the universe, yes.
Yep. That would be awesome.
We'll just meet up with that one scientist friend of ours who's like chilling in there just, I love these guys. Okay, but Marvel stuff, they're doing a whole bunch of TV shows because they got that Disney Plus thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, if they meet that price point, because like I'm also interested in kind of the business side of the whole thing it's either going to be $5 or $6 a month, which is stupid low.
Which is stupid low. And the thing is that Disney, like, you belong to Disney,
which means you stay busy. Like cranking out magic and assembly line whimsy. Like, they are a machine.
Disney owns everything. So the idea that like actually having their own streaming service, that's a good idea. Like most of the other streaming services out there that aren't like Netflix or Hulu or things like that, it's like, okay, come on.
Yeah, you're trying too hard.
Exactly.
We have one
Nobody
Star
cares.
Trek show,
right?
And you should. We have the DC.
At least with
the Titan series.
Like at least with Amazon,
Batman. You know.
At least with Amazon, it's something where it's like, no. The streaming is just a part of our grander Amazon service.
Which is, the Bezos terrifying bald god who just, like, I will have everything. In fact, I even have Twitch where you stream on right now.
Japan trip, that would be fun.
Japan trip would be legit. Yeah.
Oh,
but, okay, like, let me list off these Marvel TV shows. This is actually ridiculous. We have a Loki show. And it's straight up just a multiverse when Loki separates from everyone with the Tesseract.
Hold on. So, okay, gotcha.
Once he splits with the Tesseract, that's the show starting.
Okay. I thought when you were talking earlier, I thought you were saying that they were going to be doing a series of movies on Loki. I'm like, wait, a series of movies and a TV show?
No. Basically, they're just now taking all these characters that are kind of their B cast, so to speak. They're characters that need a little bit more of a brand build up. And they've been kind of giving a little bit more extra focus more recently.
Wow.
And this is the show. So we have Loki, which actually I think
I'm psyched for that.
I think that will end up being the best one of all of these. I'm looking at all of them here, and they don't really seem to have that much going for them, really. But some of these could be really cool. They have a WandaVision one, which is basically just Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Oh, right, because Vision's not dead anymore. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's going to be its own show. Okay. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is the other thing. These are characters that will be also in movies.
Right.
And then they will have movies, shows, crossover, so that when they do another Avengers thing, all the data, canon, everything from shows and movies will converge as one. It'll be just...
You're amazing.
Crazier.
The Loki Literature Club show.
Oh my god. But really though.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. To be honest, there being 3 million streaming services now probably pushes more people to piracy again. Yeah, we could talk about that, but it is definitely a thing where I would say the more streaming services is, the more the market becomes diluted, and we just end up getting basically things a little bit worse for the consumer. But in some ways,
that's why Disney and Amazon are our saviors, because they'll just buy up everything else. Like
I'm kind of scared about the monopoly aspect of entertainment. It's getting a little weird. It's getting a little weird right now.
This is where we're going. Economics for this podcast.
Yeah,
next, Spice and Wolf.
But let's continue these shows. You have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I love this team up. When they were in Civil War together, just being goobers while Cap was.
Like I'm actually excited for that, because that kind of style would feel very much not superhero style.
Right.
Like I mean, they do have like their special tech, but apart from that,
like, it's got this kind of bros adventure kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we have probably the weirdest one. This one's actually, like, genuinely, I'm like, wait, what is this? Because it's called just What If. And this is just where they're gonna put what if scenarios in a show. I kid you not. I have no idea what this show is. In fact, people in chat, like, if you can help explain it to me a little bit more.
I think this is for the multiverse.
Well, that's the thing.
Like we could go into the fan fiction, the show.
It's actually like, wait, what is this? And it's almost just like, Oh, it's an animated show. That's right. It's an animated show. Yeah, that's exciting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Think the Twilight Zone of old. Okay. What if it's an animated series narrated by the Watcher? Oh, okay, gotcha. That's right. It'll feature voice talent from the various MCU actors. Gotcha. That's right. So we're having basically the Watcher being put into canon as being the person that observes a lot of like everything that's going on in the MCU. He's basically this character that's like an interdimensional being of some kind or what have you, and he just observes everything. He cannot interfere. Well, no, we actually, I believe, saw them, or some of them. I don't know if there's one of them or if they're a collective. But when the Guardians were jumping around through the galaxies in Guardians 2...
Thor Ragnarok.
Was he in Thor Ragnarok?
Is that who the
Hey, Mesker One with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. He was in Thor Ragnarok?
He looks like a bald Jack Black with head about 10 times the size of a human's and bald.
Yeah, but I think they actually show them talking to Stan Lee in the Guardians 2 part where they're jumping around in the when they're doing the hyper jump and what have you. Yeah. They meant Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay, gotcha. But Stan Lee is not the Watcher. He's basically, they're having a joke that he's one of the Watchers.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay.
Which is just like, okay, that's good fun. That's hilarious. Okay, what's the portal?
One of the episodes will be what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum instead of Steve?
What?
Okay.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. All right.
Cool.
And then they're also having finally a Hawkeye TV show, which actually this is the one that I feel like with the recent stuff they were doing with the family, I could genuinely see this one being the drama hit. Because you could make it be a family story,
and I love stories about family,
but like almost no superhero stuff. Like you could have it be a family man just figuring out his life post, snap, and them all doing this and balancing the family life, the slice of life kind of stuff with the rest of it there.
Wow.
There mention of Kate Bishop, but the thing is, I don't know that character, so if you could help me out with that chat, that'd be pretty cool.
Hey, maybe it could be sort of like a The Last of Us sort of like, pseudo like parental, thing where
Last of Us is a zombie thing.
No, I know, but it's still a similar thing of like it could be a similar thing of. Oh, well, no, because I mean he has his family anyway, so but
I'm pretty sure isn't The Last of Us the one where the guy he like tries to save like the girl or what have you, or his daughter or what have you, and they go out there and then just really bad stuff happens in the very beginning, and
basically
that's about all I know about the about the story. but yeah, go and play it right now.
It's I started watching the cutscene compilation at 12:30 at night. Because I had heard about
that
something
was like
in the beginning.
Year ago or something.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just intending to watch like the first few minutes. And then suddenly it was 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of my decision.
Oh, man. See, I think The Last of Us, the problem with it is that it's not on the PC. Pretty sure it's not on the PC.
Right. I believe it's PlayStation only.
Yeah, we are not console gamers, really. So it'll have to be some time for that. Yeah. We haven't talked about the Kyoto thing. That'd be a good thing to bring up, y'all. There was a...
arson attack.
Yeah, there was a crazy tragedy at the Kyoto Animation Studio 1, I believe, and a lot of stuff went down.
But the GoFundMe to help them recover.
Yeah, I would just.
I think it's over $2 million by now.
Yeah,
which is
I would
awesome.
just double check to make sure you're putting your money into a proper kind of thing for any kind of charity stuff, because sometimes charity things aren't handled properly.
Well, this is done by Sentai.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. But I just wouldn't want them to get confused and do the wrong one or something.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's multiple, but I mean.
Yeah. But it's really bad, and it kind of has put us onto looking at things more from behind the scenes perspective, because I don't really know much about the studios themselves. So this was kind of a kick in the nuts of just like, geez.
Yeah, because the number of things that we watch that are from Kyoto Anime, like A Silent Voice, Violet Evergarden, Haruhi for me, Fumofu, we both love that.
Yep.
Nichijou, and I don't think I'm even covering all of them, but
well, there's the popular ones that we know about that they've just kind of and that have they're just
Right.
adorable, like cute style, like K-On!
Or freaking
The one that everyone wants
Sound
us to
Euphonium.
watch, Hibike Euphonium.
Yeah. And like we haven't seen those, but still, just the ones that we have seen, like that's a lot. And of the people that died, sure, a lot of them, worked on those kinds of shows, So yeah.
It was really really dramatic and stuff. Our Discord was just like, guys.
Oh yeah,
Dragon Maid is really bad. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dragon Maid. We put that on the poll. On the poll recently. Yeah.
Yep, Dragon Maid's a good one. And the one of the things though that happened, and I told some people about this, but Clannad, yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
That's the one that you want me to watch, but you can't bring me to watch.
Right. It just doesn't work well for a reaction series.
Gotcha.
But, well, the first 75% anyway.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Last quarter, oh boy. But it led me to going back to like some of the old stuff from like Kyoto Ani works that I really appreciated. Probably the biggest one, because of just so much nostalgia and everything, is the Haruhi franchise with the Disappearance movie. And I was listening to the soundtrack, which is absolutely amazing, and I wholeheartedly recommend you listen to it. But I learned something when I got to a very particular song in the soundtrack, because I knew that a fair amount of the music was done by a guy called Eric Seishi, but I didn't know exactly how much, and it was a lot. And then I was like, oh yeah, Eric Seishi, who is he exactly?
Yeah.
I looked him up. He was a French composer from like 200 years ago.
Oh, geez.
Right? Or 150, 200 years ago, like 1800s, basically.
Whoa.
And they took his work and they basically redid it with like some changes on the instruments and stuff, because most of it was like piano and things like that. Like, and he did very different, kind of more avant-garde music for his time.
For sure.
And they adapted it and did renditions of it and everything, and that's like 60% of the soundtrack, and it's incredible. Like, if you haven't gone and listened to the Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya OST all the way through, it's a fantastic movie. But the soundtrack alone is absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Because I'd listened to like certain songs, but I hadn't listened to the whole thing through, and it's incredible. So,
wow.
Yeah, kind of made me an emotional wreck, even more so.
Yeah. It's easy to, I think, also to think about studios as a kind of a building or a machine that pumps out our favorite shows or what have you, but like there's real people behind these productions that we know and love and that change our lives sometimes. So I mean, it's something where it's almost sad that these kinds of tragedies are what reminds us that there's real people, that there's human beings behind all of this. And now everyone's coming out with all this support and stuff, and it's really bringing the community together, and that's really beautiful and stuff. But let's almost as a call to action, like let's use this to support all the other studios and stuff like that when they're doing things right and stuff like that. And as far as studios go, Kyoto Ani is leading the way in a lot of things. So Neurolisk, thank you so much for the follow, and SCP Fen Dark Wolf, thank you so much for the follows as well. Glad to have you here.
The name of the guy is Eric Seishi. That's ERIKSATIE.
Gotcha.
And you can watch the movie without having seen the anime, but it's better if you have.
Yeah, you should definitely watch at least a good chunk of the anime.
Yeah, like the first season mainly.
Yeah. There's a specific.
You can bypass Endless 8 that way.
Right. There's a specific arc of the show that you can just basically completely ignore. It's called Endless 8. Yeah. But basically everything else, minus maybe 1 or 2 episodes, has stuff with a certain character that gets a lot of focus in the Disappearance movie.
Yeah. And Kyoto Ani is one of the studios known for treating its employees really well.
Yeah.
Like that's
in an industry that
where that
can get a little dicey.
Very much the exception rather than the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like with Studio Wit, I love Studio Wit's work, but I've heard that the president of Studio Wit basically touts it as being as a point of pride that they don't treat their employees very well.
For sure. Endless 8 is the true anime fan endurance test. It's a badge of honor.
Basically, it's a Purple Heart.
Yeah, you only really need to watch the first 2 and the last one, if anything. And even that.
But if you do watch all of it, then, it's a whole separate thing.
Then you've lost all semblance of sanity. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, let's go back to some positive things here. One of the things that's been kind of fun for me recently is I've been finishing up the Witcher. I've gone almost all the way. I really need
to play that game. At some point.
You might want to take a look at it because I've got all the game stuff, and it regularly goes on sale to where you can get the full kind of package deal. But they're coming out with a Netflix show for it, and we both watched the trailer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been this recent rise of all these companies basically seeing the void that might be left if Game of Thrones' prequels or what have you don't land. So people will be like, hey, we want our fantasy, and we want all of our stuff there. Like, where can we get it? And it's really annoying how all of the studios are like, this is going to be the next Game of Thrones. This is going to be the next Game of Thrones. They even said that about, Vikings. And it's like, no,
Vikings was a great show.
Oh, it's a fantastic show, yeah. But
and the fact that it's just ripping off Game of Thrones shamelessly, that's fine.
Well, I mean, it's got its own stuff to pull from.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But I am excited about this world that we're coming into, even if the Netflix Witcher show doesn't land, that well. Just the idea that we might be inundated soon with a lot of fantasy live action stuff.
Yep.
Because it's so rare. It's so rare that we actually get any, let alone whether or not it's good.
Yep.
And if people are basically making the rolling the dice on fantasy live action stuff because they think there's a big audience out there, that means chances are one or more of them might be pretty good. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
That's probably the big reason why I'm not as worried about the whole, entertainment monopoly thing, because then they actually have the funds to make the cool stuff. I remember back in the day when we had to go to Heroes and Legend of the Seeker for that kind of entertainment, and God, that was those were the dark days.
Yeah, can you think about those times where we were like, I hate myself that I'm watching this, but I can't find any.
Right, it's like Legend of the Seeker is you're a drug addict and there's a dirty needle, and
on the ground, and you're just like,
but it's something. You're like, but it's something.
It'll make me feel alive.
Just kill me. This might just kill me, but it's something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There was Legend of the Seeker. I even watched this really crappy MTV, because I think Legend of the Seeker was MTV as well. I'm not 100% sure. All the characters looked pretty enough to be MTV.
Wait, was it the Vampire Diaries?
No.
Okay.
No, it was the Shannara Chronicles.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's just there's so many times where I'll get so excited about the idea of something being adapted, and almost
like a Domestic Girlfriend.
Yeah, but so many times, especially in live action,
yep.
They are missing the balance that you do, where you basically just take the story in your own way, and yet you try to basically have your cake and eat it. Try to appease the fans in one way, but then do your own story in this way, and it's just choose one or the other. I feel like Lord of the Rings is the example of where you actually change the characters fundamentally.
Mm-hmm.
You change the characters
Aragorn,
fundamentally.
Completely and utterly different.
Frodo is like a lot different. He has way more struggle and way more kind of a moodier, kind of darker.
Sure, but I feel like that's more because you get a visual aspect of it, so you see the emotion behind it rather than just the results of it.
Right.
But I totally get
the
what
Lord
you
of the
mean.
Rings book Frodo is way more epic and innocent in a lot of ways.
Right, and sort of the plucky hero that came from nowhere that's going to try and do the thing.
Right.
And Aragorn was I am the badass champion that's going to save the world.
I am that stereotypical D&D ranger that just is the rule of cool.
Right, exactly.
I came in here to be cool and to do everything.
If you haven't read the Lord of the Rings books, literally when they're like, the Fellowship's gonna go out, Aragorn turns to Elrond and he's like, yo, Elrond, fix up Anduril, I'm gonna need it, and it bursts into flames and stuff in the books. It does all this other stuff.
He freaking doesn't take the armies of the dead, to there. He basically brings a squad of ranger bros and elves and everything like that, and they're just like, yeah, we got this. We got this. Just like a little squad of us here. Let's go.
Yeah, Book Frodo didn't really get the ring heebie-jeebies until he hits Mordor.
Yep.
Yeah.
And God, they just love it. Caleb goes to wipe his nose as a proper drug addict. I have experience in acting as a 6-year-old child, so I do know how to like do the body language stuff quite properly. Like, yes, it's not that easy, but you know it can be done. Absolutely. Oh man.
Something else that I have been pretty excited about. Now, this is something that like technically we don't usually talk about this kind of stuff because it's something that's like. It's an episode that's not out on early access yet, but like it's gonna be soon. And that is
what we just watched recently.
The finale for Nisei Monogatari.
Okay.
Because that episode was so fantastic.
Segue,
segue, yeah. But like,
dang,
the way they handled the topic of family and everything, with all of the comedy that was thrown in there, and like the great rule of cool moments and everything, like,
yeah.
I had to mention it, and I didn't want to wait because whenever stories tackle the idea of family, that is something that always hits very, very hard for me. Just like, you know, Hinamatsuri doing that pretty consistently, and it's like, yeah, that's good stuff. So yeah, if you haven't seen Monogatari and you're here, check it out. It is an acid
chill
trip.
Out there.
Yeah, it's an acid trip, but you get used to it as you go on, and it's really good. The characters are fantastic.
Yeah, I think that if you have a whimsical approach to it, you'll have a lot of fun.
Yes,
because in a lot of ways there is plenty to analyze and get deep into. But if you start out, I think, just with a more whimsical nature to it, and you just kind of let it kind of wash over you, then you let yourself get sucked into it, and then you start to realize the threads underneath the themes and all that kind of stuff there. So yeah, have fun with that.
It's a fun one.
Yeah. I'm still like getting wrecked about the idea of all this kind of good stuff that I feel like media in nowadays is just fan servicing me in like all the proper ways, even though we'll get The Last Jedi every once in a while. We can still get things like Mandalorian. Like, can we talk about like some Pedro Pascal like playing an actual nobody, like just Mandalorian in badass armor?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Pedro Pascal is what's his face head crushed from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
So
the Viper.
The Viper, yes. Now here's the thing. Yes. Here's the thing. You have something listed on here that
yes.
kind of gives me a boner.
Yes. There's a lot of like fandom boner that's like contained within what's coming for Mandalorian show, and I chose my words very intentionally, Twitch chat. I know what I'm doing. We have not only got the Mandalorian show being produced by Jon Favreau, which is probably one of my favorite directors of more recent last 10, 20 years. But like we've got freaking like an amazing cast coming in here. We've got like OG style like background sets and everything like that, like really like dirty Star Wars and stuff.
And the armor looks good.
Just sublime. Like we are getting like I don't want to say this because it's just like it's setting me up for maybe some wrong expectations.
Right.
But we're basically getting the expanded universe brought into Star Wars.
Yep,
and
pretty much.
Like, can you guys, for those of you that are Star Wars fans, can you acknowledge with me that, yes, the expanded universe is filled with garbage. Like, filled with garbage.
Oh, yeah.
But some of, if not all of, the best stories in Star Wars, some of the best stories in Star Wars are in the expanded universe.
Yeah.
Because bless George and The Empire Strikes Back, basically, which was the one he didn't really have the most hands on. But the expanded universe has so much stuff. And The Mandalorian is basically them saying, hey, you know what? Dave Filoni, you know
oh yeah,
Clone Wars and all that. He's basically the Star Wars guru now, and he's partnering with Jon Favreau on this. They're going to just go wild on this, and they're having so much like positive reception from this with season 1 that they've already started season 2 pre-production, y'all. Like this is something that I wish there was more of a place for our channel to like actually talk about this more of, because we're kind of anime boys, but we were originally Star Wars boys. Like we were originally Star Wars boys. We consumed every bit of
I read all of the bad like extended universe, like
the Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan
books, the Obi-Wan and Anakin books, like the
Zane Carrick stuff.
Oh, yep. Like all of it. The tabletop RPG books, like, you know, I would go on Wikipedia dives that would last an entire day. Like
looking up the history of the Sith Lords and how the actual like Dark Lords of the Sith came to interact with the Sith species, and like we were probably talking nonsense to a lot of you here, but the Mandalorian show basically represents that Disney is starting to realize that their OG fans who like bought themselves essentially in to the expanded vision of what Star Wars could be need to be given like what they want most, and like we are just getting a taste of that with this show here.
I have gone on multiple hour-long rants, like my best friend, bless him. we would be, you know, like at school and, you know, and things like that, and like in between classes or whatever, and and he'd be like, and I'd be just like, I just nerd out a little bit about, you know, like the Mandalorians or something like that, and he'd be like, well, what are the Mandalorians? And I'm like, well, hold on now. So I'm like, how much time do you have? He's like, well, you know, go for it. You know, I'm like, okay. And I would just go for hours about the Mandalorians, the Mandalorian Wars, and all of that stuff, and everything, and just, and I loved it. But and bless me, he paid attention throughout the whole thing. But I'm telling you,
lose a friend
hours, and not even scratching the surface. Like there is so much good stuff in the expanded universe for Star Wars.
Yeah,
the idea that we are getting the Mandalorians, even if apparently
it's 7 years after Return of the Jedi.
Right.
We're getting more of a kind of an underworld focus where there's not going to be big movers and shakers in the story.
I mean, I've been wanting an underworld Star Wars thing for a very long time, but even though they're doing the Mandalorian, right, and it's in the you know, closer to the Battle of Yavin, right, not in like the Old Republic and things like that.
Right.
That is the first step.
It is the first step,
right?
And we have been told, we have been confirmed, y'all. We've been confirmed. This is huge. This is kind of not something we're going to talk about because they don't really have any info on it. But Kathleen Kennedy confirmed, even though, you know, think what you will about her, the Old Republic will eventually be visited in the form of Star Wars movies. Eventually. In fact, it's actually being planned, prepared, you know, like early stages. And, like, that is the lead-in for where they're like, yeah, these Mandalorians that you see as, like, the remnants of this forgotten culture, we will show them in their glory
and the fact that they're making a show called The Mandalorian means that when they go into the Old Republic, it's an
easy segue to the Mandalorian Wars. Which is where we get Revan, which is we get KOTOR, which is where we get like
KOTOR is the Silmarillion of Star Wars, basically. Yeah.
Well,
it's done in a different style.
The Old Republic era is the Silmarillion of Star Wars.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I have the Old Republic Republic Commando books. I have not read all of them. I've read some of the first one, but I have a bad habit of not finishing books. Yeah.
The thing is, they didn't massacre the lore with the Clone Wars. If anything, what they did was they basically showed what parts they were willing to pick and take from.
Right.
Like they've been seeding that by bringing back Hammerhead cruisers.
Yep,
like they brought Hammerhead cruisers, and they're just like, here they are.
Yep,
and we're just like, why are these here?
Like, yeah, it's like, don't mess with us, man. Like they went
to freaking Mass Shadow Generator. Where was that?
Wait, they went to Malachor?
Yeah, they went to Malachor 5. Yeah.
Wait. When was that again?
That was in the Clone Wars. Sorry, Star Wars Rebels. They literally went to Malachor 5. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like Dave Filoni, bless you.
Dave Filoni is a god. Like we all do not deserve him. So all this is happening. We're getting more Star Wars stuff. The show comes out like November 12th, and I kind of want
this year
on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's like their headline show for it, and they're spending like $100 million in like the first season or what have you. It's only gonna have like 8 or 10 episodes, but like there's a ton of little things we've got. Like potentially Taika Waititi, who is actually gonna help direct some of the episodes, and we know how good he is about just having fun with something. He might even be voicing IG-88.
That would be amazing.
Like, Like
one, having IG-88 in there would be fantastic, because
a psycho killer droid here. It's even more set up for HK-47. They're continuing to build it up. It's just
And in case you didn't know, there was actually a point where IG-88 was planning, and correct me if I'm wrong, I learned this information a long time ago, but basically he was planning on hacking the Death Star.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that he planned on doing that were very not okay with the Empire.
Yeah, but the thing is that IG-88 is an example, like in The Force Awakens, you know, it was the droid stole a freighter,
right?
You know, like
expanding what droids
can do. Like there are so much awesome stuff that happens in the expanded universe that deals with droids and being more than just droids. If HK-47 did happen, because every droid character they've had in Star Wars since Knights of the Old Republic, even in the games, like Force Unleashed, you know, Proxy, you know, but even
they've all tried to be HK-47.
Right, exactly. And in Rogue One, you know, what's his face? I forget his name, you know, but the droid in there, they're all preps for HK-47. Yep. They're all basically trying to copy the magic of HK-47, right? And being able to actually
statement, this should be fun.
Yeah, like seeing HK-47 live action.
Yeah, and even if it comes into an animated thing or what have you, or just in a one-off movie here or there, there's a lot of cool things they can do. So yeah. Hey, Zawardo06, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime.
Yes, thank you.
Glad to have you here, and make sure you check out the link to our Discord, and then sync up your Twitch thingamabob with the Discord so you get the proper roles for that. Sugar Gandalf 1, thank you so much for the follow as well. Amazing name.
Yes.
Glad to have you here. All right. Yes, HK-47 would be so hype. Yes, Taika is involved. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure what he's doing is he is directing specific episodes. I don't know if he's writing those episodes. I'm pretty sure that they have him maybe having some say in the writing process, but he is not one of the highest in the echelon of overseeing the show. It's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and they're kind of like 1-2 combo with this. Dave Filoni is kind of their Star Wars Bible, you know, kind of how to make it feel more Star Warsy, because he's
and to also give the fans what they want,
and to help give the fans what they want.
Because the thing is, for all the bad rep that Star Wars has gotten with the Last Jedi, because of, you know, the fans and stuff, there are so many things that they can do with Star Wars that will absolutely make Star Wars fans lose their minds.
Yeah, and a lot of things about the Star Wars Last Jedi reactions were overblown, but there's a lot of things that like people need to be like, even though I think that like a lot of it was okay, a lot of it like still wasn't, because it wasn't communicated like nearly as well as it could be. It just felt like things were lazily handled with a lot of the things in there.
It felt like there were almost like multiple directors.
Well, yeah. So in some ways, I appreciate that Star Wars is trying to be like, hey, we're going to go a little bit more of a fan servicey direction to try and win our fans back, which makes sense from a business perspective.
Yeah.
But with the people that they're giving their IP to, giving it to people like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, that's
in the best of hands.
Those are the kinds of people that really, really respect Star Wars, and I'm excited for that, and also respect the process of giving a good story and not making it be just a Star Wars story, if that makes sense. Like in some ways, that's kind of what was fun about Taika Waititi's Ragnarok, is that it was a fun movie outside of it being a superhero movie. In some ways, it was less of a superhero movie than ever.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff is good. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I was wanting to lead up to this as well. We have never done a live action reaction outside of Game of Thrones on our channel. So with something like Star Wars The Mandalorian, would you guys be cool with us doing some I'm seeding this idea for late future things, doing some live action, like for the special ones, like for the very special ones, some live action reactions, and like how I'm seeing a lot of hell yes and yes and do it, you know, like Joe Anakin, Joe Walker is the next JoJo with his stand I have the low ground. I missed something in chat, I guess. The Mommy Cthulhu, thank you so much for the follow. Another amazing name. Glad to have you here. Maybe an own live action slot. Yeah, that would be something to think about. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Don't ask, just do. Most definitely. Take command, kings. Okay.
Let the live action flow through you.
Yes, your live action has made you powerful.
Oh, man. Like,
Watch them with all of your passion, and your journey towards the Star Wars side will be complete. Neurolisk with the Twitch Prime. Glad to have you here. And hey,
yes,
make sure you get that Discord access in the subscriber room.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, Twitch Prime, y'all. It's a free way to support the channel and stuff like that, but also to get some, fancy little thing next to your name on Twitch, but also getting access to our private Discord, which is usually only for patrons on our Patreon. So check that out. Twitch Prime. Rex the Great 64101. Thank you so much for the follow.
Yes.
Glad to have you here.
Oh man, like you have way better like hype stuff than I do. Like
see, the thing is that when SDCC went on, I was so hyped, not just for the Marvel stuff, but it got me hyped because they were announcing basically there won't be any huge Star Wars stuff there, but that D23 is where we need to watch. Like, we need to be, like, waiting for it. That's basically coming, like, very soon. So I'm very excited for that. I hate live action. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Oh my god. Can I just tell you all, like, I am straight up a prequel memer. Like, can I hear, can I get a hello there from all my prequel memers in chat? Like,
hello there.
Yeah. And our Lord and Savior Jesus, I mean Obi-Wan Kenobi, like.
Oh man.
Yes, Rankos, you are. You would have to be
on point.
It makes so much sense that you are a prequel memer. Yeah. General Kalebi or something like that.
Oh man, this.
Yeah. We're in like, good times, y'all.
Like,
we're in really good times.
The entire reason that I started writing Battle Lines was because I wanted to write Mandalorian fan fiction, but I was like, you know what? I also want it to be something where I can like make a book out of it, as opposed to just posting it to fanfiction.net, right?
Right.
That's how much I love the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Go buy Battle Lines.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. And there's some signed copies there too. So, don't know how long this will last, but yeah. So Mandalorian show.
Caleb is the hello fellow kids guy, except you replace kids with prequel memers. Oh, you think not? I'm actually in the subreddit. Like, I've actually got like some I've actually got some decent. I've got some decent karma in that freaking subreddit. Like,
the hello fellow kids has a connotation that he's not actually a kid or he's not actually a prequel memer, which.
Jacob, is this your newfound inspiration for writing Battle Lines? I thought it was Attack on Titan.
It was a trifecta of Attack on Titan, Mandalorians, and Black Lagoon.
Well, the thing is, I totally see the Attack on Titan stuff now.
Oh,
because rewatching Attack on Titan,
there's so much more stuff in Attack on Titan.
Y'all, I don't know if you saw my Twitter post recently, but I've been rewatching Attack on Titan. I
didn't notice that.
Like,
I cannot believe I didn't notice that.
There are so many things I'm noticing.
Oh man!
And I'm like, Jacob. And he just kind of goes, I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Or he'll be like, and I'll be like, wait.
Yeah.
Like in the spoilers for Attack on Titan, I'll try and keep it spoiler light, but watch Attack on Titan if you haven't.
Watch Attack on Titan.
Like, it has been so stupid amazing.
We got to the basement, y'all.
Like, we got to the basement. It is one of the few shows that actually has been getting better with every season. Like, I know people say that all the time, and it's usually not true. And it's just recency bias, but for Attack on Titan, it really does get better with each season. And in the episode where there's the exposition dump post basement, there's a point where a character is giving exposition.
Yep.
And then suddenly that character is actually Eren giving the exposition, which
for about 2 seconds in a quick transition.
Like, very quick. It's easy to miss.
Yep.
But holy shit. Like that just goes
in the second to last episode of the third season. It's around 8 minutes. I think it's around 7 minutes and 55 seconds. They're talking about paths.
Right.
And I'm not going to say any more of that. Just paths, y'all.
Yeah. And all the connotations that can come from that, and the things that I freaked out about with, like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Can we get some paths in chat? Even if you don't know what paths are. Paths.
If you don't like the manga Perverted Old Man, then I would say you should still watch it because they changed a lot of things in season 3 and condensed it and streamlined it a lot better. And the presentation is just so stupid good.
The presentation,
like, the
is
music,
worth it.
the animation,
Yep.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of my cool things that I was gonna mention is that basically, just introducing people to anime, like it's so much fun to do. And like we got our dad to watch the second half of season 3, and it was all one sitting, just boom, like every single episode he had this mixture, like this look that was like a combination of like absolutely like paying attention
straight up, just
and at the same time just like, incredulous, like for all 10 episodes. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. It was so fantastic. Like it so blew his mind and deconstructed his entire concept of what to expect and what was possible in Attack on Titan, that he started going into whack theories, like really metaphysical theories. Like it was wonderful to behold.
His theories were like almost as bad as mine.
Like his brain had just melted out of his like eyes and nose. Like it was fantastic. But then I've also been showing A Place Within the Universe to some of the people, and among other things, you know, to some of the people that I'm in a D&D group with on Discord.
You guys would be proud of us. We are like anime infection, like it's ground zero, like hives. We basically just like spread it. We're just
and
go.
There's something that's so wonderful about like showing a favorite show to somebody and they get it. They get it, right? And that must be why you guys are here, I'm assuming. But like
right.
like showing this kid, I say kid, you know, he's 17, you know, he's not a kid, but showing him A Place Within the Universe, and
this is someone from your D&D group?
From the D&D group.
Right.
And seeing him just light up. And get all fired up about life and just everything, you know, and being like, how have I not seen this before? Like,
that's so cool.
You know, and
so
it was
wholesome.
Just like,
Dad Jacob confirmed. Like, I've always been Team Dad Jacob. We've got Team Mom Caleb and Team Dad Jacob, like, for real. And Jacob is like, son, you must embrace something beyond nihilism. There you go. Life has meaning.
But it was so wonderful because
seize the day, carpe diem.
Because he watched anime, you know, but it was like the more action anime. He hadn't seen anything that was an action anime.
He's a shonen junkie, like
right, exactly. So you know, so it was the thing where it's like, yes, I get him in, like it, because it was something that completely blew his mind. But then it was also like, this is something that I never would have experienced otherwise, right? Yeah. And I loved it. Like he was crying at like every episode, and when like the tracks were playing, you know,
really
and everything
emotionally in tune 17-year-old.
Yeah. He's one of the, like, his performances in the D&D sessions are absolutely fantastic.
Gotcha.
Like,
so he's a theater boy or something like that.
Basically, he has a lot of different things that he's into, but like, you know, so it's it was so fantastic, and now it's like it's spreading.
Well, the one show I've been secretly kind of sending out there is Monster. I've been specifically rewatching Monster in the dub, and it's not as good. Like, it's not as good as the sub, but the thing is I'm a huge fan of Critical Role, and Liam O'Brien voice acts Tenma.
And he's the perfect person for Tenma.
Well, the thing is that there have been scenes that are better. With Liam voice acting it.
Oh man, like he does the troubled, like emotionally distraught character so well.
There's basically these moments where you can feel the weight of the weight of his fate in a lot of ways. That's I'm not even trying to make it a rhyme. That's just the thing that makes sense to say. In his delivery, like he didn't like half-ass this job, and I've been getting a lot of people who are not anime fans into Monster by basically saying, hey, you want a show that's like really smart, but like has that like really like complex kind of masterpiece storytelling
that's like
kind of stuff.
That's live action in all but the actual way that it's presented.
Right. And they're basically like, oh, what is it? I don't tell them it's an anime. And I basically say, well, okay, here's the thing. This show, and I basically give them the mission and make it a little bit difficult intentionally, because I'm like, this show isn't licensed anywhere. You got to go find it. There's spots on
nice
on YouTube. I think you can get the whole show there in the dub. Or you might have to go and find it in your own way.
Right.
But I tell them like Critical Role, like voice actors inside it and stuff like that, and they're just like, oh, okay. And everyone, once they're getting past like episode 3, episode 6, episode 7, or something like that, they're just like, oh my god, like I don't watch anime, but like this is really good. This is really good. And I got to show Monster again, but I was rewatching because I think I'm around episode 17 or something like that in the dub. But I rewatched the soldier and the girl, basically the soldier and the girl episode, and just crying. It was fantastic work. But like, those shows where it's not really the whole show that got you. It's kind of like your memories of specific moments amongst this bigger show. I feel like that's what most shonen memories are kind of like. Like when I think back on Hunter x Hunter, I don't remember as much of the journey as I remember kind of some of the big moments that all coincided with each other, like York News, whole chaotic kind of overlapping, stuff.
Well, I know for myself, because I've gone back multiple times to try and rewatch some of the early episodes of Bleach, because those are still some of my favorites, and I love Bleach from a nostalgia factor, and I still ship Ichiruki. But and I was going in fully expecting to like enjoy it and like just a nostalgia trip, but the early episodes are so bad. Like it's one of those things where it's like, I forgot just that the journey. I just sort of like just forget about that.
For real.
Oh boy.
For real. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, so we missed some things in chat here. Gooey, so I'm pulling the big brain move here. I got them started with One Punch Man because they're an action show junkie. Then I'm gonna have him watch Mob Psycho, then Noble Zero, then either Konosuba or Maid Abyss, depending on how he responds to the others. Oh, cool. So you're getting someone into anime for sure.
Jacob is the dad of the Discord because he's never around. Feels bad.
No, he's around. Ooh. He just turned off the showing online thing.
Yes, I keep that invisible, and then I lurk a lot.
Yeah.
But I do post sometimes.
Oh, Yuliga, thank you so much. Big agree. Watching a series with Caleb and Jacob is so much fun because it really just feels like you have two of your best friends to watch it with. Wait, Cychronia said something that started this. What did Cychronia say? Reaction scratches the itch people have when they desperately want their friends to watch something and they just won't. Oh, that's so true. Yep. And I watch a lot of reactions and stuff as well, but like that. But I'm now starting to do my IRL reaction, just going out. I used to do this just with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now I do it with a lot of anime.
It used to be like this with me and Caleb, where because like you remember back before MHA where he had been burned by Bleach, and all that stuff. So he was a tough sell on a lot of anime. But now we are here.
Yeah. The whole thing of remembering more the climaxes than the journey. It's like, that's the opposite of what Jing says. But the funny thing is that it's not universal black and white kind of thing there. One of my favorite journeys is actually everything regarding the king and
Kamugi,
and that whole story. That's one of my favorite journeys in anime in general.
I got my dad to watch Your Lie in April and Attack on Titan, and he loved them. It was the best surprise I've gotten in a while. Yes, that's awesome. Yes. That is awesome. Like the dad that we got to got caught up on Attack on Titan.
That's so
We also
awesome.
Got him to watch Toradora and Steins Gate. Mm-hmm. He absolutely loved them. It was fantastic.
He even started shipping for the first time in his whole life when he watched
Toradora. Yeah, he was really involved with the shipping.
He was upset that a certain girl didn't end up with a certain guy and certain things didn't go a certain way. I was just like, Dad, you are in the
it's great.
anime community
and then like this is from a while ago, but like there was this so the family of one of our other brothers' girlfriends, our families clicked basically really well, and we ended up setting up this thing where the dad of that family, we would do movie watches, and we would like show like different movies and stuff, and of course the ones I'm showing are anime.
Right.
But came around to be my turn to pick the movie again. I did a silent voice, but it was at their house, right?
Yeah.
So the rest of the family is there, but they're not, really interested in watching the movie, whatever.
Right.
But eventually, over the course of the movie, they all started, watching it because it's in the dub and everything. And the wife, absolutely not into anime. Absolutely not into anime.
Yeah,
and she wasn't even fully paying attention. Like she was like doing other stuff, then she'd like, come in, watch a little bit, and sort of see what we're doing, all that stuff. And eventually the husband, he makes a comment of like, wow, the animation in this show in this movie is just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wife's like, oh, that's right. This is animated. I totally forgot.
No, it's so cool. Yes. Yeah. Speaking of Bleach, can we get a podcast on Bleach and how it hurt Caleb's heart? Sorry, we don't talk about the X in this in that much detail. We just refer to her as the bleached X, basically. Just
yes, Mitya, this is so accurate. Jacob is too busy in the Domekano channel as a dad would be in a strip club. I'm guilty. Guilty as charged.
Funny. That's so funny.
Speaking of things that are along a similar vein to Domekano.
Please.
No, but there was a hentai I heard about recently that I'm actually kind of interested in reading. Called Emergence.
Mom is disappointed in you.
Yeah. I've heard that it actually has a really great story.
I can't look at you right now. God.
Hentai is art. No, do it, Jacob. Very divided, apparently. But
he feels like as I start to catch up with him in degeneracy, he's like, but I have to.
This is to go even further beyond.
God damn. Please no. Chat is just like, oh my gosh.
But what they're saying, what they seem to be saying is you will leave a broken man. Can't believe Jacob's going to set up his own hentai reaction channel. No, we talked about that, but no.
Yeah. No, there will be no hentai reacting on the channel.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have more to offer, Jacob.
hey, if you want to offer Jacob something more directly, if you use your Twitch Prime or you sub to us on Twitch or you support us on Patreon, you get access to our private Discord where you can chat with Jacob about these kinds of things.
And if you purchase,
he might actually show up this time. He might be done buying cigarettes out from wherever. That.
My God. And if you purchase Battle Lines and leave a review, and then maybe send me a screenshot of that, then
Oh, that can.
Yeah. I accept bribes.
Leave a little bit more on the table, and you're just like, oh, okay, I'll buy it. Yeah, there you go.
Do not read it, please. I'm saving your purity. Stop. What if we make Battle Lines hentai? I would absolutely read that.
I think it's going to be called Battle Curves. I think that was the name that someone basically said.
You want to make some smutty fanfic for Battle Lines? Do it.
There are some premium tier husbandos and waifus in the story.
Yeah.
That I can definitely see getting all tangled in terms of relationships. I'll just say that.
Oh my God. You can make a reaction channel on Pornhub for the hentai.
All right. We're done. We're done.
But I will read smutty Battle Lines fanfiction. Any Battle Lines fanfiction, really. Battle thighs, tummy thick.
Yes, for research purposes. Yes, absolutely. If you do read it, tell the Discord. There's an alternate ending that you need to read too. Oh my God.
I've heard that there is apparently an alternate ending.
Battle thighs, dummy thick.
Yeah.
ZZZZ Quill, thank you so much for the follow, and Rex the Great 64-101, thank you so much for the follow as well.
Y'all
to have you here. I mean, I don't know if even he could salvage this whole thing here. But you mentioned actually something a little recently. You're telling your D&D friends about anime and stuff. Jacob, you've done actually a lot more recently to get me into D&D. I kind of wanted to thank you for that because recently we went to RTX, y'all, and we didn't talk too much about the whole RTX situation, but I did mention briefly that we played D&D not once but twice in the 4 days I think we were there. 4 days, 5 nights, I believe.
Oh, man.
And the thing was I DM'd both of them, and we did a funky thing where it was like Jacob and I did a one-on-one session
which we haven't done forever. Before D&D, we used to play Star Wars. We started with Saga Edition, and it was just one-on-one sessions, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't know what we were doing at all, so it didn't end up really going anywhere. But oh man,
but in the RTX situation and stuff, we found that a lot of the people we were going to be hanging out with are all big fans of D&D as well.
Yep.
In fact, I think one of them is doing like a live stream D&D kind of thing. It's Reactors and Realms, I believe. So there's another reaction channel or two, I think, that are actually involved in that. And we got all of them. We got Jake Retake, which is another anime reactor. David, who is Portal 64, I believe he's a Ruby reactor. I don't know if he does reactions, but he does a Ruby kind of podcast centric thing. And then we all just banded together and played D&D, and it was the goofiest, like, funniest time where, like, I had never DM'd a D&D game. I've DM'd Star Wars tabletop RPG games and stuff like that.
Right.
And I just got the bug. Like,
it's
I
good, isn't it?
Man.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to play more.
So someone mentioned, by the way, one of the girls that was with you in RTX reacted to a silent voice. Yes, Sularon.
Yes, we did that.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
That was you.
Me. Yeah,
that was you in combination with me just a little bit. I helped.
Yeah. He was a wingman.
I was there. I was there.
But yes, I am aware of that, and yeah, she mentioned it at RTX, and it's like, yep, it's a good movie.
Yeah, have you guys played a lot of D&D? He's played a lot more than I have.
Yeah,
but I'm like getting into it.
He's slowly being made love to by the D&D experience.
I am a dabbler, and now I have dipped my foot into the water, and there will be much swimming soon. Hey, Redwin 6610, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome back. Glad to have you here. See you on the Discord. Have you guys played a lot of D&D with pre-made adventures like Castle Ravenloft? Super fun. Also Small World, super fun risk-type board games. Huh. Okay. We haven't really played any pre-made adventures. I don't think ever. Like, have you?
I have played pre-made adventures. There. So
which ones?
Horde of the Dragon Queen. Really, that was something.
Oh, just that one.
That one I've gone through the early stages of it like 5 different times.
Gotcha.
With different D&D groups. 2 or 3 of them was with the same D&D group, and it was just a meme at that point. Like, yeah.
Nice. Because I would love to. My thing is I can't. Like, I would love to write a book. But I just don't have the tenacity that this guy has to be able to like stick to it. So in terms of just creating characters and writing stuff like that, and then creating narratives for characters and stuff, that's so much fun. I love the collaborative storytelling thing, which is kind of why I want to do my collaborative storytelling thing eventually. It will happen eventually.
Yeah,
I have ideas. I'm not talking about them, but I have ideas.
We talk about them, though.
Yes, we talk about them.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah.
Oh, Adventure Time. I've heard about that one. That one's the one that's animated.
Adventure Time? Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes of that. It's good fun, but I couldn't really see us getting
as into like Critical Role.
Well, Adventure Time, you're thinking of Adventure Zone, I think.
Oh, wait.
Adventure Time is the...
Oh, wait. Oh, I think they were meaning Adventure Zone. Or wait. Oh, no.
Are you sure?
Oh, okay. No, someone mentioned Adventure Zone, and then because it started. So, okay.
Yeah, there's 2 different things. Adventure Time is the
Yeah, it's the
Adventure Time.
Right.
Yeah. Jake the dog and Finn the human. That whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, Adventure Zone podcast is the starting out as a pre-made adventure, and they turn it into original campaign from there. It's amazing. Listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Rick.
Yes, we have interest in JRPGs. Haven't really played any yet, but I am thinking of doing some for when the eventual switch from Dota on Thursdays happens, of potentially doing like a JRPG or something,
something
along
more
those lines.
Single player.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So any recommendations?
Oh, actually, Shiden 18, the Evil Monster campaign thing is actually kind of funny that you mentioned that, because one of Jacob's and my kind of ideas that we've constantly had just percolating in our minds and stuff is, what would happen if you focused really hard on a kind of a bad guys kind of monsters kind of setup there, and then just what would they would they look like,
and kind of their misadventures, like almost with like some Konosuba like flair,
right?
But for monsters, And
but now everyone's mentioning JRPGs. Oh my god!
Persona 5.
You unleashed the beast, Jacob.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 10. I have been thinking about Final Fantasy 9. I saw an AMV for that with the Melodies of Life, and I love that song.
Okay.
And it seems like a chicken soup for the soul kind of game.
Gotcha.
Oh, Nier Automata.
Oh, Shadow Optical. I could totally see Caleb being a dungeon master during adventure. I could see you giving that perfect cryptic and intense narrating voice. Thank you.
Yeah, he does them really well. And the in the games that we've played, more like the Star Wars ones and stuff, he does a really good job with like character moments specifically. Like,
yeah, I'm not that awesome. Good of a DM, so I would want to do it a lot more before any kind of ideas surrounding even thinking about content being around that happens. So yeah. Best show tried Misadventures of Flapjack. Also, you guys watch Final Fantasy VII Abridged by Team 4-Star? I don't think so.
I have seen it. I'm not sure if I've seen all of it. I think I have. Yeah. It's pretty great.
Yeah, according to also the creator of Final Fantasy, as seen in a ProZD video, clearly he prefers 9. I think
it was 8.
It was 8. Was it 8?
Yeah, and I think that's supposed to be a joke because I think 8 is.
I know he passed in the $100.
Yeah. Or maybe it's actually really good, and he just wanted to get him to say that 8 was the best.
It was 9. See, yeah, it was 9. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I watched it recently, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, people are saying that Flapjack thing is pretty cool. Wait, what? I don't even know what that is. I'll have to check that out.
Okay.
Dark Souls: Return of Jaleb incoming to replace The Witcher. I don't know.
I loved Final Fantasy VIII, which makes me a social pariah.
Oh, I got you, Ricketts. Okay, so the Final Fantasy VIII thing is still a joke.
Right. And 9 is the one that he says, okay, and that's probably I feel like that's maybe the runner-up to 7 for what people usually say.
Gotcha. Okay, the idea is that your favorite Final Fantasy game is generally the one we start with. Mine is 8, my brother's 9, my cousin Aurora's is 7. Yeah, gotcha. Sure. Isn't 7 the one that's getting the remake?
Yeah, 7's the one with Sephiroth and Cloud and all that. It's the one that like everyone knows if they don't know Final Fantasy.
I gotcha. Okay. Trasher Gone just joined. What are we talking about? Everything! We're talking about so many different things. In fact, you missed like the nerdgasm of everything regarding Star Wars.
Oh boy.
All kinds of stuff there.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we're kind of talking about D&D and JRPGs at the moment. Just kind of that whole segment of things. But that's kind of a thing that would be kind of fun. Like, in terms of storytelling, you guys have seen us comment and give kind of general feedback and, just thoughts, everything regarding other people's storytelling and stuff like that. But when you think about us as storytellers in the future or currently, like, what is, like, a thing that you'd really like to see from us? Because this is something that's, something that's constantly in the back of our minds, but it's something where we are more looking at kind of passion projects, but we don't really look for feedback as often as maybe we should from, from you guys, because you guys are the ones that are like that immediate, like, source of potential feedback for those kinds of things regarding, storytelling. Caleb, Final Fantasy 14 would be wild. Is that the MMO one?
I believe so.
I think so. We have someone on our Discord, Kath, who is like a mad lad, just constant talking about the MMO one there.
Ooh, got battle lines today. Really good fit. Wait. FK.
Just really good.
Cool.
First chapter. Okay, they meant to say first chapter. Cool. Okay, awesome. So you're in the beginning stages. Yeah. You have not been fully inducted until the into the pain that you will soon experience.
Yes. Someone animate battle lines. That would be awesome. I mean, let's be real. Come on.
Someone. Don't you mean the entire gaming channel? Hey, I'm not that frequent in the gaming channel, Bytecraft, as I'm not a true gamer. Like, my experience with gaming is like PC RTSs and The Witcher 3 and KOTOR. Like, that's
not a bad place to start.
Yeah. Yeah, not.
Have you guys tried any Telltale games? I have not played them myself, but I have seen people play them.
Okay. wait, what was the thing based on my question? I didn't get any answers with that. Hold on. Do what genre you want, everything you want in a show type thing. Oh, okay. So like we'd pick a genre and then be like, yeah, what would we like to see in this type of a genre story? Like the perfect kind of, you know, epitome of something we would really enjoy in that specific genre. That'd be something that would be kind of interesting to look at.
For me, the genre almost doesn't matter as long as the character interactions hit the notes that I look for. Yeah.
I've done actually a lot of the Telltale games though, but The Wolf Among Us is the one that I've actually never touched, and I've heard it's probably one of, if not the best one, other than The Walking Dead, which I had to have done because
The Walking Dead is just fantastic.
I am a story person, so basically if there's a game out there that I heard has great story, like good story with characters and stuff, then I will go into it, especially if it's a PC game that's on Steam. So that I can just buy it for like $5 one day and then just be like, bam, I did it, you know?
Right.
Done. It's awesome. Do we go to anime cons at all? Well, we're thinking about that with regards to next year, but we can't talk about it right now. We don't really have any hard set plans.
Yes. I personally love Anime Expo, but we want to keep a finger on the pulse for things, because like with RTX, we're like, yeah, we're going to do RTX next year. And then it turned out to be like, there were multiple other things that were at the same time as RTX because RTX decided for some reason to be on the 4th of July weekend. So, you know,
So we have to kind of figure that whole thing.
The bros are going HentaiCon 2020 confirmed.
Okay. A series in which you tackle a show with a lot of problems and talk about how it could have been made better would be really interesting to me. Oh. Okay, Frey. Yeah, that's interesting. I've thought about that in the comedy side of things with just roasting a show and basically doing that kind of typical reaction kind of thing. Like, you guys know those reactors where they take people who are professional in a certain like work environment and they basically just like, all right,
a
doctor, a lawyer, you know, a such and such, whatever. And they basically look at like a specific thing and they basically just are reacting to stuff, but they only show you the things that they're basically going to show. Okay, this is how you should have done it better. And the thing is that it feels like we could do that in the analysis side of things, but the thing is that I feel a little bit of imposter syndrome with regards to the fact that I'm not actually someone who's written stories of that nature. So
one of the things that you could do, because usually those are things that are taking more of the accuracy angle, right? Like how accurate is this, how realistic is this, etc., etc. But if it's something where it's more of just like, hey,
here's where
since this is an artistic, subjective, you know, medium and all that stuff, how would we have done it, right?
Yeah.
You know, we think that this is a problem.
What would we have improved? I think of the main thing is that I don't want to turn our channel into a critic channel, like an anime critic channel.
Yeah,
it's just not fun to us, to me, like to any of it, the whole thing. But basically, if we took a show that would be like, hey, okay, we did a bit of research into it, we looked into it, and we watched the whole thing, and then it's like, all right, do a video on that, maybe.
Yeah, because
it would just be an interesting thing to try and figure out like how that would actually work.
Because what it ends up coming down to, I feel like, is that you're watching something that you aren't going to enjoy as much, and it's more of just from the technical aspect. And when we watch something that we do like, and then maybe we get like really salty because, you know, we wanted something to happen because, you know, we're very invested, and then it doesn't happen or it happens differently, then we'd still, you know, we still talk about that. But doing that as like a dedicated thing, it would just be very different.
Gotcha. Oh, Wolf Among Us is amazing. It's phenomenal. It's second to The Walking Dead for me, 100%. Okay, cool. Then if I do a game that would be kind of a short story-based game for my kind of single-player thing, then that would be a good one to do eventually. Thanks for the heads up on that. It might be risky falling into the trap of ending up nitpicking anime until you stop enjoying anime you could have enjoyed. Psychronia,
exactly.
Wisdom. Well said. And that's in a lot of ways why I think the reaction side of things has been just so enjoyable, is that when we get close to doing the nitpicky thing and we basically just kind of take a step back and realize like there's so much we love about anime independent of what story we're watching, and in a lot of ways even the anime that aren't that good, Domestic Girlfriend, there's a lot of enjoyment that can come from that. So
because because it is a thing, like the idea of, you know, wanting to defend this hobby and make sure that it stays something that we enjoy, because there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes for making these videos come out and all that stuff. So you know, it can become a thing where it's like, okay, you know, we gotta do 3 more reactions today or something like that, you know, and it's like, well, hold on, okay, make sure we're enjoying this, having fun, and all of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I would say, just keeping our regular life in order so that it doesn't have any bleed through into what we're doing here.
Yep.
In a lot of ways, that's something that's kind of nice. Like, in a lot of ways, I gotta thank like a lot of you guys, because the people that are basically, you know, just like you, that are supporting us, encouraging us, and just helping like develop this community with us, make the enjoyment side of things go beyond even the immediate anime stuff that we're watching. So it's really special. So thank you guys for that.
Yep.
It's really crazy to think about, but like the reason we're here and the steps that, you know, happen to bring us to this place still just kind of makes me go, what happened?
Yep.
How did this happen? So thank you guys a lot.
Whether you're laughing at an anime, Fumoffu, or laughing at an anime, Ghost Stories, at least you're laughing either way.
Yeah. Freaking Fumoffu and Ghost Stories. This is such a great set of things to just compare next to each other. It's perfect. Yeah. We can't play any platform other than PC yet. So
right.
Hold tight for those playthroughs of those amazing PS4 exclusive games, you know. It's gonna happen eventually. You guys are gonna be checking out the new live action Avatar series when it comes up. Yes.
Of course.
I don't necessarily have too high of hopes, but I think it has potential, especially since the original creators are directing it.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
The thing that can be done really well with the Avatar live action show is that they can actually give it the show worthy length of time to go into things. And you're gonna maybe not like what I'm about to say here,
but they can improve and expand.
But they can actually fix a lot of the problems with the show. Like now this is a weird thing to say. It's a weird thing to say. But let's be real here. Which season of Avatar was the worst? Season 1. Where are a lot of the problems with that? Primarily because they were figuring out their story. They were figuring out in a lot of ways what they wanted to do with these characters. So the characters are actually probably some of the worst problems in season 1. The plot has a lot of episodes that are just like, they're good episodes. And it's really good television for kids shows. But imagine if they expanded the world stuff, if they went more in depth into characters.
Well, and just the idea of if the episodes are 45 minutes long, what kind of additional stuff can they get into?
Yeah, right. We're not even talking about Korra, but that good easy getting lulls from chat. The things with Avatar, specifically with the first season here, is that they can go more in depth into those episodes and those stories where the story went from being like a good kids show to being like a great television show.
Yep.
The Storm, y'all.
Yeah.
The Storm.
Just think about that for a second. The Storm and the Blue Spirit.
The emotion that live action stuff can give.
Now the actors will still need to do a great job and everything.
They will still need to do a great job. Yeah.
But oh boy.
Yeah. You go for the easy one. Yeah, I totally got you. Right. But then also the Blue Spirit episode, that spectacle of combat and infiltration in live action Netflix budget, my god,
the infiltration is like, you know, fun and, you know, cartoony and stuff, you know, but like imagine if they went like serious infiltration. For like Blue Spirit. That would be amazing. It would be amazing.
And God, I'm just excited because in a lot of ways the best thing about the last Airbender movie, just gonna say it, was the CGI at specific points. It wasn't that good all the time.
And even though they didn't use it.
They butchered bending in live action Avatar. But can you imagine
from The Rock to Ong picking up the water, and it's brilliant and it's amazing. And literally once they're done with the trailer footage, he just puts it back down. Iroh. Fire and stuff. And once the trailer footage is done, stops.
But yeah, can you imagine now that we are 6 years in the future and we still have the show isn't coming out anytime soon, it's probably going to be another year or two before it's actually coming out, but we'll get that level of CGI on the bending and stuff.
Yep.
God, we are We are in a good
because
time.
even the movie, even the Airbender movie, like how long ago did that come out?
2013.
2013. 6 years. 6 years is a very
no
long
wait
time.
hold on. I think it was 2011.
Was it
Hold
2011?
on. Help me out here, chat. Live action Avatar movie was 2011 or 2013. I can't remember. I think it was actually 2011. No, it was 2010. It was 2010. Really? Yeah, so it's been 9 years.
Yeah, that's a long ass time.
I remember because I was in California, so I was like, wait, what? 1989. Yeah.
But so
it's been 84 years.
Think about for a second, right? 9 years. Now that can be kind of easy to brush over when you're dealing in live action terms, right? Mm-hmm. But think about 9 years ago, anime wise, right?
Gotcha.
That makes a big difference on the visuals, right? Something that came out in 2010 versus something that comes out now, vastly different, right?
Very different, yeah.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Del Toro, please, Monster. Oh, yeah.
That would be amazing.
Monster live action would be so good. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, there never was a movie. There is no movie. There is no live action movie in Ba Sing Se.
If only.
If only, yeah. Oh man, I still think that Attack on Titan could have a good live action series if it was actually well thought out. Opinions?
Well, okay,
maybe.
So the story of it, absolutely. The problem is the Titans.
The Titans, yeah,
because they look derpy, right? And they still make them terrifying. But the thing is, you do that in live action, you don't have that same suspension of disbelief that you do in anime because it's anime. So how they would do that, like they would, I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be a little bit tough for that.
Yeah.
Oh, some good positive feedback for Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is the kind of animation I expected out of Berserk 2016.
Oh,
that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Something that I found out about Vinland Saga through this weird like
indirect
thing. So apparently, Aimer.
Oh,
Aimer.
Ooh.
You know, she did the ED for After the Rain.
Yeah, she does the Brave Shine.
Yeah, and she did Brave Shine for UBW Unlimited Budget Works, and she apparently does the ED for Vinland Saga.
Oh,
apparently her and Wit Studio get along just fine. So yeah.
Wait, is Aimer the wrong way to pronounce it?
Is it Aimer or
is it Aimer? Really?
Oh, because it's French.
Oh. Ame. It's ame.
Oh, ame?
Because it means to like, basically.
Or to love. Yeah.
No, not to love. Not to love. No.
Maybe she did it wrong then.
Or maybe it is to love.
That's what it's supposed to be from.
Okay, because je t'aime would be like I love you. Ame, yeah.
Gotcha.
Or ame? Ame isn't correct in terms of French either. It'd be ame. But yeah. Yeah, it's pronounced more like aim, yeah.
The way you say it sounds like a German word for bucket.
It does sound kind of German now that I think about it. Aimer. Yes. My name is Frederick von Aimer.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Yeah, it's Aime, but the thing is I actually took French and stuff like that, and MA is the perfect present, or the
present perfect.
The unconjugated version of the verb M, or MA, basically. So it just means to like or to love. Basically.
My name is Aimer Jaeger, and I will kill the Titans.
Oh my god. What are the thoughts on the fact that so many franchises feel the need to make a live-action adaptation even when it is ham-fisted? My opinion, I feel as though it is insulting to the original work that there is some need to legitimize the work by making it into a real format like live-action instead of remaining animation, especially in the case of these Disney remakes. I don't think that's what it is. I think if you think about why is anime created at all, it's more marketing. It's what it is. It's marketing. It's a very expensive marketing campaign for the manga.
Yeah, I feel
the
like
live-action thing is just a weird way to market.
Yeah, it's a way to basically double dip.
Yep.
And also just, so
they can make more money, hopefully.
And also just, why not? Because they can flex their CGI skills. Well, apparently with Lion King that didn't end up going very well, I hear.
Oh god, that remake.
But yeah, it's a cash grab. And then maybe they can basically they can like think of it like a cover of like a song. They can do an adaptation and like a fresh spin, a fresh take on a classic story, so
we do live in, and it's always been the complaint, I would say, in the creative venues, that we live in the world of copy, not steal, basically, stories and stuff like that, where no one wants to do original stuff, basically. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, spend your money where you want to spend your money, y'all. Yep. That's where the business.
That's what they listen to.
That's what they listen to. Yeah. That live Mufasa's death. Oh my god, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. It's we live in a society. Yeah, exactly. I always saw it as an alternative revenue, like the work of the story is already done, so releasing on different formats is just easier than coming up with something new. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
Yep.
It's like audiobooks for books, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So we've got a couple other things, but we're basically gonna start winding down the podcast now. If you guys have any general questions for us, last thing I'm going to shout out is I'm really excited actually going back into the Discord factions again, which, by the way, that's a thing now. If y'all don't know what that is, it's basically community games events madness in the Discord starting August 1st. So we have a little over a week until that goes crazy. Check out the Sanity Central channel on there and basically ask, what are these faction things?
It's not saying there.
It's actually like crazy fun. And
everyone sub and join Dwang Gang on the Discord.
Yeah, Vrakos is basically one of the overlords of the Dwang Gang faction. And we basically just compete for clout on the Discord with all kinds of roles and stuff, and it's just games and points and stuff. It's hilarious. It's stupid. It's fun.
Yep.
But if you're a Twitch subscriber or only $1 minimum supporter on Patreon, you get access to the Discord.
Since you're reaching the end of the Promised Neverland, has it lived up to the crazy hype?
I don't want to say too much, but we went nuts recently on a certain recording of the Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
And boy,
I'm on fire.
Boy.
Zeke's baseball team is superior in every way. We even have ultimate frisbee teams.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a harem in the faction. There's cultured individuals.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yep.
God, Shadow Optical, yes. The Cats trailer genuinely traumatized me.
Terrifying.
It was just
I'm not touching that with a 39.5-foot pole.
Yeah, no, do not want. Do not want.
No. Oh, have you guys been practicing your One Piece voices for tomorrow?
No, actually. If anything, it might be hilarious to watch us re-figure out the voices and then change 70% of them, and you guys are like, I am so confused. I have the confused.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Nani the F.
Way scarier than it.
Oh god. Yeah. Heresy, Jacob, ew. Yeah. All voices should just be the Helmeppo voice, to BH. I am very glad that you guys appreciated my Helmeppo voice, because the thing is that voice is something I use to mock certain lines in cringy delivery of other things. So I'll just use that voice to make fun of that line, and it just works so perfectly for this Helmeppo guy, because he's such a
oh yeah,
there are words, but
yep,
he fits this archetype so well. And the thing is in some ways this archetype actually transcends the time of which the One Piece manga started. It's something that's maybe even more relevant now. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I hope Helmeppo stays around in the story just a little bit longer, because I want some development, but I also want him to just be around, just a little bit.
Aqua kind of in Konosuba, where
he's not that level of trash, mind you. He's not just a garbage bin, but he's the garbage boy that could change because his dad is such a dick, there's some cool things they could do there.
Yeah. Just
I'm
wait till
call
chapter
Daddy.
400.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow, easy. No.
Oh, is One Piece one with a weak start?
What you saying about Aqua?
Yes. That's what I say about Aqua.
Is great.
Well,
Aqua's
all of Konosuba girls are best trash girls. Like they're amazing.
But if that's because that's
you get explosive trash, you get
right
etchy trash, you get darkness trash.
But given that they're all trash,
rainbow trash,
does that mean that technically Aqua is the best trash?
Yes,
because she's the trashiest.
Technically, yes. I'm just saying, yeah. Like we all have our own preferences with regards to trash. We can't deny it. Like it's true. Yes,
Helmeppo guards the One Piece.
Helmeppo guards the One Piece. The thing you have to do is get him to stop talking, and then suddenly the One Piece like vomits out of his mouth. He's been keeping it in his stomach for all this time. Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us in our podcast here. This was number 95. Let us know, what did you think about this style of podcast? More conversational, us just talking about specific things that we enjoy and kind of stuff that's been happening in our daily or lives, week to week kind of stuff. And we'll see what we do in the next one. But yeah, until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. And we've got other streams. We got to plug those. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we've got a One Piece manga going into Volume 2.
Yeah.
And Thursday, we got Dota with Jacob, 3 p.m. Pacific Time.
And if you want to stop by and drop some more specific recommendations of like what I should do after Dota 2,
you might be looking for those kinds of things
exactly.
soon. We've also got Witcher 3, me playing the Blood and Wine DLC on Fridays. All streams, remember, 3 p.m. Pacific Time.
Right.
And we'll see you in the next one. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time. This was great. Epic gamer moment.
Jacob, you know what you need to do after Dota?
What?
Well, what I need to do is I need to spoil everything about Battle Lines. I wouldn't actually do that here, because that would be mean. Because there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, that's what we'll do really for Podcast 100. Where we'll basically
we go. Well, it'll
like,
match up very nicely, because in Podcast 100, we can talk about Battle Lines, because at the very end of Battle Lines, we talk about